What's going on, everybody? This is Al from PlaybookGamer.com. And in the last Dynasty video, we took on Miami of Ohio in a thriller, and we got the win 42-35. The first quarter was a nightmare. Anything that could go wrong did. Then we just played a little bit better than they did the other three quarters. But it was just a tight game throughout. Very crazy just across the board. Gardner almost broke the all-time rushing record in a single game. He only ended up with 404 yards and 4 touchdowns, but he's just living up to his legendary status. It's just incredible what he's been doing. But this team has been playing great. We're undefeated. We're 13th in the country. And today we have Bowling Green. Now, this may be our last home game of the season. If you look here, yes, this is senior day. And it's November 1st, which is just goofy, but that's just the way the game gave us that conference schedule. So we're going up against Bowling Green. They've won 5 in a row. This is for the division right here. Whoever wins this is going to end up winning it more than likely. They got the same amount of talent as we do. Now, you look at their stats. Their offense is really good, but they pass the ball all over the place. They don't run the ball hardly at all. Now, we'll see. If they got a run, an impact running back, then they may want to run the ball more. But you look at their defense, their rush defense is really good. We'll put that to the test today because we got the best rushing attack in the country. But it should be a heck of a game. Hopefully we can take care of business. Now, before we do that, let's go over to recruiting. We have a few things to look at. Starting off guard, Derek McLaurin. He visited, but he did not commit. He's a soft verbal. And we've got 60% of our points on him. It's going to be an uphill battle. I think we just got to keep winning, and eventually he will commit, but you just never know what may happen here. But we're also going after a defensive end, another one, Zach Parker. We're number 1 on his list. He's got it down to his top 5. Unfortunately, we don't have any more home games for him to visit. It was too little too late, so he's going to visit a bye week, and we'll just hope that that works out there. But we need a positive pitch to help us out on that front. So we'll see what happens. We may end up getting both. We may not end up getting either one. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. All right, let's enter the game. Going to be a good one. Again, this is actually our most important game of the schedule. So let's look at infractions. Somebody got in trouble. We got, wow, my goodness. Is this NCAA 08 through 11? This is when the fractions just really come hard at you. So we got a defensive or a right tackle out. He's our starting right tackle. And then we got fullback Joe McDaniel. I don't know if he starts. I think he's a backup. Oh, yeah, he's our backup. He was our starter last couple seasons, but he's not even starting now. Anderson, let's just see what he did. One of Anderson's professors have come to us with concerns about Anderson's penchant for plagiarism. That's no good. This is an unopened university and actions will be taken immediately. What about the fullback or the B-back? McDaniel has not made it into a mandatory workout session, doesn't seem to care what approach to this matter, probably because we benched him. This is the most, this is something that is tolerated, that is not tolerated. So what I will do, notice how that discipline bar just shot right back up again. I'm definitely going to, let's back out really quickly. Let's look at our roster. Let's look at the depth chart. And I have an idea. So let's go here. There we go. So let's go to our B-back situation. So McDaniel is our 3rd string guy, actually. So I'm going to suspend him for the rest of the season because he's a backup. He doesn't play anyways. So we can suspend him for the rest of the season. Hopefully I got the points for that. Then I'm going to do the bare minimum for our right tackle because he is vastly more important, as you see right here. It's just a big drop-off if he's not playing. So let's try that. Let's go over to play week. Go back here and select this, and you look at, I'm just looking at their discipline. One's a B and one's a C. Again, that's all random to me. So let's go to our B back. I'm going to go season for him. Now we're down to just 8 points. I'm going to go here. Can I do the bare minimum? Let's do like a half for him just to say that we punished him. Let's just suspend him for half. That gives us 4 points left. So let's just try that. At least that gets that bar down just a whole lot. Like, again, this may be my last season with Akron. I do not want to go off to another team and send this team into, you know, some disciplinary issues where they get suspended or whatnot. But hopefully that'll help us quite a bit, get that bar down to less than half. So let's look at their uniforms. This is their default, looks pretty slick. That's the only option they have, so I guess that's what we'll go with. So our right tackle is going to be out for the first half. I think we'll be fine without him. But we only got like 4 points left for discipline because we've done the rest of the season for our fullback. Anytime you got a backup that's in trouble, that's the perfect time to really lower that bar as best you can because 90% of the time it's just starter who gets in trouble. All right, going to have a pretty day for some football. Hopefully there'll be no harsh wind. Our passing game was atrocious the last game or so. Hopefully that can get a little bit better now. Jackson is back. Yes, no harsh wind, so great weather. It's going to be cold, but that'll be okay. So this is it. Whoever wins this is going to win the division. Pretty simple. And here come the Akron Zips. 13th in the country. Like we actually have a chance to maybe go to a BCS bowl. We'll see. Got to win out. And they're going to highlight you-know-who. First in the country in yards, first in touchdowns. With 5 games to go. 4 in the regular season, 1 conference game, title game. Craziness. All right, they're going to pick us to win. Let's go to the coin toss. Good-looking uniforms for both. I want the ball to start a second half. So like I said just earlier, if you go look at our roster, Jackson is back. Now, he lost his impact status, which I think is pretty interesting in this game. If somebody has an impact status, they get suspended or gets hurt, they just move that impact status to somebody else. Well, our new impact status is going on Brandon Williams. What I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to move him over. I should have done this outside of the game. I'm going to do this going forward. I'm going to put him at the... Actually, no, I'm going to back off of that. Yes, I'm going to switch these two around. I'm going to put him at the Z receiver because we may introduce some of that wide receiver option stuff, which is always that number 2 receiver. So let's do that, and we'll see what happens. Now, I don't think we have anybody else in trouble other than, of course, our right tackle. I think Butler's back. I just want to make sure. I think we're good everywhere else. Our kicker's out for 1 more week, but our number 2 defensive tackle is finally back. Antoine Height's been out for like 2 months, so it's good to see him back in the fold. So let's try. Tereshinski's run up big time there, but I'm still going to stick with Height on that one. So let's go over here to their roster. They got 2 impact quarterbacks. The good news is their number 1 guy is out, and he's a bit of a speedster, and their backup's an impact guy, but he's a pocket passer. Great. That's fine. And they don't have an impact halfback. That's really good. But they don't run the ball much anyways. But he's a pretty decent halfback anyways. So you look at the fullback, their top guy's out, but they are a spread team, so I wasn't expecting him to play a lot anyways. Wide receivers, really good-looking group. 85, 82, 80. This guy's out. 78, 76. Probably the best receiving core in the conference, if I had to guess. You look at their tight ends, nothing here, so I'm not too worried about those. You look at their offensive line. 80, 68, 84, 76, and 82. Not bad. Defense, I'm pretty sure they run a 4-3, so it's 80 and 84 on the edge, 84 and 78 up the middle. So that's a pretty solid front 4 for this conference. You look at linebackers, 74, 72, and 80, nothing great. Corner, impact guy, so we probably stay away from him as best as we can. 78 and 68, just not much behind him. Just okay at free safety, 76 overall with 84 speed, and a pretty solid strong safety, but at least he's not an impact guy. A really good kicker, 90 overall, and a pretty solid punter. So their special teams looks pretty solid. Now, I just want to check one thing before we head out. I just want to make sure Williams right here is where he's supposed to be because I got a wide receiver option play there and one right there. So let me go check my audibles really quick. And again, I completely forgot to do this. I never use hardly any of these. So I'm going to go use these L1 and R1s. Let's go with this one. I think it's this one right here. And let's put the other one right here. And I'll try to sprinkle that in if I just don't forget to use them. All right, let's head into the game. No, yes, they do have an impact guy on the left side. I'm going to kick it to the right. And it's going right to that impact guy. Nope, it's going to curl in. Good. Love to just beat the crap out of this team. I think we can do it. So they're going to pass quite a bit today. That's their plan, at least I would imagine. So we're going to just try to zone them to death, force this quarterback to throw it in the tight windows. Good play there, first down. I tried to get my hand up and just couldn't get in the right spot, so that's a first down there. They're going 4 wide. Let's go quarters out of nickel. I'll control Blair. Do something like this. Ah, good play there. Who do you defend in that situation? I had to defend 2 or 3 guys, so they kind of double teamed me on that one. I'm going to try a zone blitz. They don't have a hanging tight end, but I'm going to just throw something a little bit different at him. Oh, it do have a hanging tight end. It said that it didn't. Can I get to him? Nope. Good pickup on the blitz. Intercept that. And he somehow caught that. I don't know how, but he did. So they're just moving right down the field on us. I'm going to go... We can go quarters from dime. I don't do it often, but we got the players to run a little dime.
The defense lines up with 6 DB.
I got to get down. There we go. 6 points. Ooh, man, thank God he stopped. Either way, great play. So I just saw the hitch. You look over here. I just saw him sitting there. That's who he went to. I guess he felt like I was out of position, but I literally jumped for it, which made me stop. I thought I was going to have a little run and go. Either way, great play. So let me make these adjustments there. Let's just go power. Normally I like to do play action off of that, but that's okay here. I'm going to have to go left because of that defensive end. I think he will come right on through that impact corner. I'm going to pick up 4 or 5 there with Gardner. Let's stay here. Let's just run basic option. So they never flip the corner. So I fully expect, or hardly ever, I fully expect him to stay on that side of the field all day. So we will adjust accordingly. I'm going to come up here. Good little play to New Whale. So what I probably need to do is change one of these plays to have Gardner on the left side, like we could do it for this one. So let's just do that. Let's go back to tackle. I don't know if I'll do much triple. They got a really good front four, so I don't know if that'll work well or not. I'm going to go to the left. Get a good block on the impact corner. Get a first down there. So he broke the single season rushing record with 4 games to spare. Not a bad play there. I'm going to try Sting, but they're going man. So we're going to try this wide receiver play. It's a better man beater, and they are going, ooh, I kind of like this look. I think I may leave it as is. My right guard just destroyed that entire play. I should have cut up left. Just absolutely wrecked that whole thing. All right, so let's try. Let's just go back and just give it to Gardner. Man, my right guard got beat badly on that one. Let's see if Gardner can help us out here. Just get a block right there. There we go. 6 points. Good deal. So we are off to a good start. Got the interception, went down the field, scored a touchdown. Good blocking on the right side, just enough to get the points. I'm going to get a thumbnail. It's been a while since Gardner's got one, so he may get this one today, depending on how things are going. But I'm going to go like right here. Do something like, I'm just trying to hide the score. Of course, there's no score, but let's just go. I'm so sorry for not doing this. All right, let's go with this one. Okay, great play there. So let's kick an extra point. And we'll get back on defense. Should be an eat. Well, I don't know. I may. That was close. Kicking in this game can be interesting to say the least. I'm a little worried about kicking to this impact guy because I got my backup kicker who's a punter is handling all our special teams duties. And this is what worries me. This right here, I'm going to stay back. Somebody make a tackle on that guy. There you go. So let's go back and run some more zone. Keep forcing this quarterback to make a little more tough throws, which he's done a pretty good job on that first one, except that interception. P. Reed. Ow, ow. I whiffed on that one badly. That was my fault. I couldn't see what was happening on the screen either. That didn't help, but that was still my fault. Let's try. Let's go back to cover 3 from 4-2-5.
It's 1st and 10. All on their own 41.
Do something like this. Do something like, let's bring him over. Just weird looking. There we go. 6 points. Cade, touchdown. I was just right in front of it. He must have thought I was either just out of position or what, but I just saw that drag coming over from right to left and just picked that thing off with our big 6'7" strong safety in Cade. That's a good sign if they keep turning the ball over. That means we have a really good chance of winning today. Hopefully we'll get that commitment from that guard. We need to get that out of the way so I can dump the rest of those points on the defensive end. 14-0. So their passing attack has been much worse than what we saw the last couple of games. Both Miami and, was it not Western Michigan, who was the other? Buffalo had pretty good passing attacks. So far, Bowling Green's off to a bad start with it. So I'm going to keep zoning them. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So let's go back to dime. We'll go back to quarters.
They'll take over at the 28-yard line. The Falcons come out in the shotgun.
There we go. I'm going to control Tate. Nobody's open. That ain't good. Make a play. Hickman. Good job. Hickman got a hand up on it. You go back and look at this. Notice right there. He got a hand on it. Awesome. Good job, Hickman. They're going 4 wide. Let's just go nickel quarters.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on their own 28. The Falcons.
We'll do something like this.
Back to pass. Fires it quick.
I'll just put my. I probably could have picked that off. I better put my hand in front of it. So now it's what, 3rd and 10. We can go clown on this one. I'm gonna go something like this. They love going 5 wide. Of course, this is Urban Meyer's old offense. I think they kind of kept it. Oh, great throw. Great throw. 1st down. He threaded the needle on that one, but the receiver's hurt. Well, that ain't good. Injured his back. That sounds even worse. Those are good-looking uniforms. Let's go. Caduce to whoever worked on those from the next team. Do something like this. Halfback off tackle. Good job there. Didn't go very far on that one. It's going to be what, 2nd and 9, 2nd and 8? Let's just go back to quarters. I'm fine with that. We'll do it from dime. So now their best receiver's out. I think that was him who was out. That's just bad luck. Get your hand up. Nope, going to the other one. Great play. So I need to go back and look at this. So they went 5 wide again, and they went with the whip routes. It's the mirrored concept. And both of them got, of course, it's going against cores. Usually the short side or short part of the field is going to be more open there. 5 wide again. I'm going to throw a weird cover 3 at him. This is something different, but we'll stay in dime. Good throw. 6 points. I shouldn't have took him over. And just like that, they're on the scoreboard. I thought I had a chance to get a sack. Look, I got right into him, but didn't happen there. Then I took this guy over and I went for a dive. Just bad play all around. All right, so we'll go and get that touchdown back if we can. So their passing attack is good when they don't throw interceptions. I may have to sprinkle in some man, but I think our zone is doing fine as long as we can just bait him into more picks. We need to throw a couple more blitzes at him. I was so close to getting one there. We just don't need to turn the ball over ourselves and just keep scoring. I think we'll be okay. I can give McCutcheon a chance here if we can get a block or two. Not clipping. So much for that. Now it's down on the 9-yard line. We can go back to here, and I'm going to go basic tackle. So where's their corner at? He's not even out there. Interesting. The impact corner. He's just not out there. Just nowhere to go there. I may try. Like, is he still out there? I don't know what to expect. I don't know where he's at. Let's go BB option. Let's hope they go man. So he's still not out there. Was that is he playing on both sides? Or did I just completely missed it that he is... I don't know. We'll figure it out. Get up here. There we go. Ah. Good play. All right, we got the first down. That's what matters. So now what I want to try to do, I want to stay here, and I'm going to go play action. They're going zone. Let's just leave it as is. And I'm just going to roll out like this. Nobody's really open. I'm just going to run with it. Face mask. Oh, you got to call it. That's what, 4 yards on that one? Not a bad play. Let's just do another off-tackle run. Going 5-2. I'm going to go back to the left. Might as well just go back to Gardner. Good block right there. Ah, get out of the way. Get out of the way. So I got to go back and see, is that corner hurt or did I just miss it? Great run right here. Good block right there on the edge. My tight end got in the way. So let's go look at the in-game strategy. Let's go to injury report. So that's him. So he plays wide receiver too. So I guess in their 5 wide set, they put him out there. Interesting. So you go to depth chart, and I didn't really think about this, but you go to wide receiver. No, he's not out there. That's interesting. Maybe they was using the cornerback sub package. There is a CB sub package in that 5 wide set. And that's what they was using. So we got very lucky there. So their best defender's out for the game. Yeah, let's just go this way. Get a block right there. 6 points. All right, good deal. Get that touchdown back. So a very eventful first quarter. Much better first quarter than we had in the last game. It was exact opposite. We were down 21-7. So they're going to keep throwing. Well, I'm going to keep throwing some zones, but I'm going to throw some blitzes, and maybe I need to sneak in some man. I don't know if we got the... Maybe our secondary can keep up with them, with their receivers, in terms of playing more man coverage. But I think our best recipe is still trying to bait this guy to a pick or two. He's already thrown 2. And you know what happens if he throws up to like 4? They usually bench him and put in the 3rd stringer, because this guy is the 2nd stringer. Because their 1st stringer's hurt. Or suspended or whatever it was. So they're going 4 wide here. I'm going to try... Let's do like a 1 high. Let's just see how he handles it. I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to shade over. I'm going to occupy this tackle, though. Let this blitzer come through. Thank the Lord he went out of bounds. Otherwise, that was going to be a touchdown. 1st and 10. I'm going to go zone blitz here. It says they got a hanging tight, or they got 1 tight end. Who knows where he's going to be? Okay, he's a hanging tight end. So we're going to do something like this. Oh, almost got to him. But good tackle by Carter. Only picks up a couple. Going 2 wide. Let's just go cover 3 from 4-2-5.
It's 2nd down and 8 to go. Ball on the 42-yard line.
Going unace twins.
Lines up in the shotgun.
Wide open. Good job. Get your hand up at the last second. So now it's what, 3rd and long? I'm going to go back to Cloud. I'm going to try to get after this guy as best I can. Let me look. Both of their tackles are pretty solid. Get around. He's got all day to throw. Get your hand up. Intercept that. Oh, man, that was going to be an awesome interception. But he couldn't grab it. But we got the stop. I'm going to try all-out block. They may come in to protect. We'll see if they do that. I'm going to come over here. Let's see if I can get around this guy. Nope. We'll fair catch that one. So I'm not going to do a play action on this strong safety. He's the better of the two. So we'll try something different later. Let's try triple from slot. And they're going 5-2. See, this is, they're spreading. Just what do you do with that? I may just hand the ball off here. Just do something like that. Just get a first down with Harold. And that's the end of the first quarter. We're up 21-7. It's a good start. I want to try just a basic handoff with Gardner. We're going to keep showing him the defense this look until we eventually can spring that receiver play on him. We'll get to the outside. Good block right there. Try to get a stiff arm. First down. Next up, we'll go tackle. I'm going to go to the left and just keep going to number 3. They're spreading out big time. Just be patient on the blocking right there. That's what I wanted to say. Just don't use the speed button until that last block hits. First down there. Now I'm going to try and play action on this free safety. So we'll go to our main play action play down here. I'm going to flip it. They're going man, so I can't worry about that safety. And so it's going to go to Coleman or to Williams. I could go to Gardner too. Let's just see what they do here. Cover 1. Nope. We'll just go to our impact receiver. We'll pick up 4 or 5. Let's try. I'm going to flip this play. We're going to go basic option. I'll probably go to the left because we got that tight end to help us block. I'm just get out of here. Not a whole lot there, so that's what, 3rd and 3. We'll probably keep this one simple and just go off tackle. I hope they don't. Yeah, okay, they're not going goal line. That's why I picked this play. If I would have went tight, they could have went goal line on me. So I'm going to go to the right. Let's get a block right there. There you go. Just get to the outside. 95 speed. So now it's what? 1st and 10 on the 11? I wonder if I can... If I flip it... No, they flip the receivers as well. I was fixing to do that wide receiver play. What I'm going to do is... I'm going to do another play action, but I'm going to roll out. I'm going to see if I can get Jackson a touchdown here. It's either going to go to him or to Coleman. Let's see. We'll do something like this. Ooh, he's going to get caught. Maybe not. Good defense. Good speed by that linebacker. So that makes it what? 2nd and 6 on the 7. Gardner is feeling it, so let's just give him the ball. I'm going to come down here. We're just going to run to the right. Get a block right there. 6 points. Good deal. So now we're really putting it on them. Their best defenders out for the game. And they really have no answer for our offense. Really no team has had a way to stop us this year. But it took us 4 years to get to this point. We had a good offense last year. We had a better offensive line, I felt like. No, it was the year before. It was our second years when we had that killer line. That's when we went, what, like 11-2 on the year? We may end up going 13-0 on this one. Still a ton of time left in the quarter. Let's get back on defense. Keep doing the same thing. So we can kick it straight now that their impact corner's not out there. This is definitely returnable. Get us tackle there. They're going 5 wide. They are loving this 5 wide stuff, aren't they? Let's go back to quarters. I'd like to see my front 4 do something. You rarely see them get sacks off basic plays like this. Oh, good play there. Just I didn't know who to defend, the wheel or that drag. They're going 3 wide here. Let's go back to that zone blitz. We're going to get a sack eventually. This quarterback's done a good job of avoiding sacks. I'm going to flip this. I'm going to come over here and just occupy that. Oh, they picked up both. Thankfully, that was a bad throw. So now it's what, 3rd and 3? 3rd and 4. I'm going to go Cloud. They haven't ran the ball once today that I can remember. But this is usually the perfect spot for them to actually run it. Let's see if they do that. I'm going to bring him over. Yep, no play action. Now, that was an interesting play. I thought he stepped out of bounds over there. Great play, whatever that was. That was, I think it was a switch concept on the right side. I could have swore that guy was out of bounds. He had time to throw. Oh, he stayed in bounds. Great play. Wow. My hat's off to you. So let's go. I'm going to do like an all-out blitz. It's on my mind, so we're going to call that. Let's see what they do here. Get him, get him. That's what you wanted right there. It'd be nice if he would have fumbled it, but that's okay. We got to stop. 2nd and 10. They're going 4 wide. I'm going to do a weird... Let's do a monster 2. I wonder if I can get after this guy myself. I'm having a hard time getting to him. Let's see if I can rush off the edge. Go and play action. Oh, great job by that halfback. Great defense, though. Just a weird play all around. So I thought I had a chance to get a sack, but that halfback destroyed me. Boom! Knocked me over. So at this point, I'm like, okay, somebody's probably going to be open. They had... Look at that. Oh, I thought Butler had a chance to get an interception, but great play by Hickman. So now it's what? 3rd and 10. I'm going to go Cloud. And maybe we can force a field goal. I'm going to control Freeman this time. And they picked up that really well. Intercept at somebody. Good job. Somebody got a hand on. I think that was Rogers, our free safety. So we're going to force the field goal. It's really hard to attack zone when you only have like 10 yards to mess with, or 50, I guess 20 if you want to count the end zone. So that's a great stop. But they got a great passing attack. If they just don't turn the ball over, they can really shred some people. And we saw that at the beginning of the video, that they had like the 16th best passing attack in the country. And it shows. I can see it. As long as you don't turn the ball over. So let's get on offense and get another touchdown. Middle of the field, I'm going to let that one go. It's very hard to do kickoffs up the middle like that. Let's run triple. We've ran it once and it done well. Let's see if we can try it here. I'm going to go to the left. We'll go over here. Just didn't see nothing up the middle. Just get a block. And just do something like this. I probably could have kept that, but that's okay. 1st down. What I may do here, I'm going to go with this one. Let's go Sting, and if they go man, I may try the wide receiver play. But they're going zone, so we'll just hand it off to Gardner. I'm going to take a chance on the left. I'm hoping that linebacker doesn't crash in. He's going to, so we'll just cut upfield. Get about 3 or 4 there. We'll go back here. I'm going to continue to give it to you-know-who. We're going to run to the right this time. They spread out their linebackers. I had to run sideways on that one to get a 1st down. That linebacker done a good job, but Newell stopped him just enough. If I would have cut up, then I would have got tackled right there. So I just went with a straight beeline sideline with the run. So that's 1st down there. We can try, let me think, 1st and 10. Let's go wide. I'm going to, let me just look here. Flats, I'm not really seeing what I'm looking for. Let me go power.
1st and 10. Ball on the 28-yard line.
I'm going to go to the left. Might as well. Get a block, do a pitch, great defense, nowhere to go. So that is what, 2nd and 9? I think from what I'll do here, we'll go option. Let's get Jackson going.
This is the 5th play of this drive.
I'll probably go back to the right. Good block there. Good pitch. Almost get the 1st, but not quite. He already has 245 yards on the day. I don't expect him to break any records with that today, because we'll probably blow this team out. We'll have our 2nd string in there. I'm going to go to the left. I know they got the extra defender, but I'm going to just cut. Oh, that's a face mask. And they didn't call it. I'm going to go for this. because we can. And I may... Yeah, we'll definitely go to the left. They got their extra defender on the right side, so we're going to go to the left. Ooh, they're a great block right there. Last second, we would have got stopped if that guy right here would have came through, but he got hit right there. Boom. So now it is what? On the 7, let's try. I'm going to go triple again. From slot, let's see if we can just sneak in something here. Say they spread out. So I kind of want to just hand the ball off here, but just know where to go. Oh, good hit. Clothesline. JBL with the clothesline. So that is what? 2nd and goal. I'm just going to let that clock just kind of do its thing. No big rush on that. Let's try halfback option. We haven't called that today. They're spreading out. Just get a block. Just as long as it's a decent pitch. We didn't get nothing out of it, but as long as they didn't pitch behind them, or it could have caused a fumble. On the 5, I'm going to call a timeout. I'm going to give my guys a rest. I want my offensive line to block well, so let's give them some boost. And we're going to give it to Gardner on a 3rd and 5. They got the extra defender on that side, but I'm going that way anyways. I don't care. Let's just go to our best player. 6 points. All right, good deal. 34-10. 25 seconds to go. I thought that was a good decision. I noticed Gardner was getting tired a little bit. So I felt it was a good idea to call a timeout, give him a breather. So that's what, like number 3 or 4 for him on the day? Already. Just incredible. So we got 25 seconds to go. Let's get through this, and then we'll get to the locker room and regroup. We'll kick this thing back off. Imagine if Bowling Green had a bit of a running game. Like, they just refuse to run the ball. They just choose not to. And they got a good running back, but they just don't want to. If they would just sprinkle some of that in, they'd be killer. They're going goal line. I'm going to go 4-2-5. I think they're just going to do like a basic handoff here, but I don't want to get any leaks anywhere, so we'll just do something like this. Went with a fullback dive. No big deal. And that should be in the call on a timeout. Okay. Now they're going 4 wide. So let's try quarters from nickel. That gave them some life somehow. Anybody open? Nope. Wide open over there, but I had to defend the flat. I can't defend both. So 1st and 10. Like I really want to go blitz on that, but they're fixing to do a Hail Mary play here in about 2 more plays. Do something like this. We'll do an over front. Good job, Al. Get your hand up. Again, it's nice to have a 6'7" strong safety to get his hand up on like that. So I'm going to go cover 2 man the rest of the way. This could be a Hail Mary throw, so I'm just going to back everybody up. That's the best Hail Mary defense you can have, because that way there's no extra leaks or anything. It was a good hit there. Just get a simple tackle. Tackle him. They may call a timeout here. Okay, so now it's going to be a true Hail Mary, so let's go back and just call the same thing. Gets everybody back. I'm going to control this guy. Sack. Oh, you got, look at this. Something goofy going to happen. So somehow this quarterback got out of the sack. I don't know how. He should have got sacked right there, but he broke that, destroyed my defensive tackle or whoever that was, and somehow just got the pass off. I'm thinking, oh gosh. But see, this is what you're looking for right here. We have the numbers advantage. If he would have went over to this side, we got the numbers advantage. So it's a 3-on-2 either which way you go. That's why I call cover 2 man against Hail Mary. So we got to stop there. Now it's into the half. Good play, good drive, good half all around. You go to stats, 220 to their 310. So not much defense. except we're keeping them out of the end zone. That's the key there. So they don't run the ball at all, but we are running the ball pretty well. 300 plus yards already. We only have 7 yards passing. We've literally only threw the ball once. Don't really have to throw much. I'd like to try to do some play action on that free safety. We'll try to do that in the second half. But both teams are doing a good job on third down. The key is turnovers. They have 2. We don't have any. You go to individual stats. Jackson 1 for 1, 7 yards. But you go to rushing. Garner 262 yards, 4 more touchdowns in just 1 half alone. Again, if we blow this team out by the fourth quarter, I got to put in my second string. We got to think, we don't want any injuries or anything. And I think he's well ahead of the pack in terms of winning awards and such. But New Wales doing okay. Everybody else is doing just fine there. Receiving, Williams had the 1 reception. Blocking, let's see, defense. Butler is leading in tackles. You go tackles for loss, none, no sacks. But we do have a couple of interceptions, 1 by Cade and 1 by Tate. So let's get back. Head to the third quarter. We do get the ball back. Let's stretch the lead and keep doing our thing. Now, I may try play action out of here since we're on the left hash. See if I can get a block. Nope. So let's try that play action against that free safety if they go zone. Let's try this again. Let's flip it. Okay, so we may have a chance here. We'll just go to somebody on the left side more than likely. I'm going to have Gardner block for me just to get extra protection. Basic cover 2. Good throw. How many times has this happened this year? He literally just I wonder if it's we've had this play work successfully many times over the entire dynasty, but for whatever reason he just chose not to do anything. I just boggles my mind when that happens. It's scary when you do that with like a pass heavy attack. Such a shame. All right. So it makes you wonder, I don't want to punish that kid, because he had pretty much the play of the game in the last game with that crazy catch. But, man, that's still frustrating to see that. We'll just let Gardner handle that. Good drive, good play by Jackson with the pitch. Let's try basic off tackle. I'm going to go to the left. Just get a block there. Just get around. Get about 7 there. I'm going to try. Let's go basic option. We're going zone. Spreading out. Where do you go? I'm going to go to the left. You saw me try to pitch it. He tried to pitch it with his offhand. I don't know why he didn't, but you see me try to pitch it right there, and he just chose not to pitch it. So that is what? 3rd and 5. I may just go back to our main option play. Let's see if Jackson and Gardner can handle this. Just get a block or 2. Get a block right there. I'm just going to get the first down. Just let him keep it. That's fine. Good job, Jackson. He's about to pass out, so we got to be leery of that. I'm going to do a basic handoff with Gardner. Then we can do some halfback option just to give Jackson a rest, but still let us actually run some option. One thing I can do is I can do a little motion, help us out with another blocker, but my offensive line needs to help me out. Just all kinds of terrible blocking there. So that is what, 2nd and 10? 2nd and 11. So we can go back and run that halfback option. I may... let's just go to the left. Good pitch there. Good pitch, Gardner. Even he can pitch the ball. He can do it all. I need to let him throw us some. So it's 1st and 10. I can try. Oh, is it going to work? Let's do the slot version. If I can get to it, let's build PE roll right. This time we're going man. I may go to somebody on the right side. Let's just see what they do here. They're going 1 high. So we'll just go, not the best throw, but we will get a first down, and thankfully our impact receiver is getting a touch or 2. Good play there. We can try. Let's do double ISO from wide. As long as they don't crunch in or spread out their defensive line, we'll be okay. So they got an extra defender on the right side, so it's obvious. Let's just go to the left. Just simple numbers game there. We're going to give Gardner another touchdown. Why not? That's number 5 on the day. He's got close to 300 yards to go with that. So now it's 41-10. So I'm going to let my first string finish out the rest of the quarter, but I got to keep it realistic and smart and put our second string in the fourth. I think he's done more than enough to probably win the Heisman. Like, he's just putting up astronomical numbers. And what we're going to do at the end of this game, I'm going to go to the record book. I haven't got to look at this at all. We get to look and see kind of where he's at with some things. So I'll try not to forget that once this game is done. Pretty good kick, but not enough. He will return it. Oh, that's a hit and a half. Dang. I think that was the freshman Garcia with a killer hit. 5 wide they go again. Let me go back to dime. We'll just go back to quarters. I'll control Tate. I'll get through. Oh, good catch. Going to get a first down there. Run a little mesh. 1st and 10. I'm going to try zone blitz. I'm going to control. I'm going to flip this. We're going to control Freeman. Play action. He's got just good protection. Oh, thank the Lord he dropped it. That dude was open. So that is what, 2nd and 10. We'll go back to cover 3 from 4-2-5. I'm going to do something like this. I may need to shade my linebackers over. There we go. This could have been a glitch play. That was kind of weird. They didn't lose yardage, but it's 3rd and 6. We'll go back to Cloud. Let's go after this cat. I'd love to get a sack. I haven't got one in a while. My last great sack was that big fumble sack or strip sack we had in the last game. This right tackle's done a number on me. I got around him this time. There we go. Finally, I got my first sack of the day. Done a little spin move on him. 4th and 13. Let's do a punt return. And we'll get back on offense and just keep destroying this team. They're a good matchup for us. We haven't had any issues against them the entire Dynasty because they just pass a lot, and I just tend to play better against passing teams. I'm going to go Sting. And they're going zone. I was kind of hoping they would go with man so I could go to that wide receiver play, but we may be able to go to that here in a little bit. My right guard got beat badly there. Nice little spin move by number 3. 1st and 10. Let's do basic option from tight. I don't do this too often. I usually reserve that for the normal formation. But let's try it here. Go over this way. That's really good defense. They contained across the board on that one. So that is what? 2nd and 11. I may do option again. But this time they're going man. Let's see how they shift. If they shift weird, like all to the left, they're doing... let's just keep it. Yep, that was a good decision. We'll just pitch that and just get our first down. I'm happy with that call. So now it is 1st and 10 on the right hash. I got to give Jackson a little bit of a break until we figure out what to do here in a couple more plays. He just needs to rest a little bit. Let's go to the right. Good defense, but I was able to break a tackle and another one. When you got the best player in the country, you know, it helps. So he's at the 344. I'm going to go, let's attack that free safety. I'm going to go with our rollout play, our AB corners. If they go zone cover 2, we have a chance to hit this. But let's see if we can do that. Newell may get a touchdown here. Cover, yeah, I think they're going cover 2. A little bit of a hitch, but he caught it anyways. Great play. Touchdown. my A-back stopped. Did you notice? It happens sometimes. He'll just kind of stop on his route. Thankfully, it didn't make a difference. He still was able to get the catch. Again, you go back and look at this. He hitches right. Let's see, right. Notice he kind of hitched right there. And this wasn't the best throw. I probably could have put a little English and put it over there, but that's okay. We scored. It doesn't matter. So 35 seconds. That's probably it for our first string. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that now. No reason not to. So imagine what I could have done this year with Gardner if I always kept my first string out there. I could have had 6, 7 touchdowns a game with him in some of these games. But I didn't want to do that. So if you want to really beat some records or get some records in this game, start with the running records, the rushing ones. Those are easier. That's a face mask. They didn't call it. I'm going to do a cover 3. I'm going to do more of a different blitz on him this time. And we're going to blitz that weak side. We're going to flip this. I'm going to control this defensive end so I can occupy this tackle. Play action. Get him. Great play, but even better play on their part. Good job by the quarterback getting the ball off in time. So McCutcheon is hurt. Elbow. Hopefully hopefully Kirk is right that it's not serious. I'm going to try another zone blitz. We'll do something like this. I'm going to occupy this tackle. Let Tate come through. Not quick enough. Good defense by Garcia. Third, I don't, they may just run the ball. It's 3rd and 1. They could probably get an easy first down, but we'll see if they actually do that or not. Yep, they're going to run it. Just make a tackle somebody. First down there. Let's just stay here and go quarters. I have to remind myself we got our second string, but look at our second string. This is what good recruiting has done for us and good training. We got good backups. Our second string could probably beat some of our teams in the conference. 49-10, 1 more quarter to go. I'm going to run some clock once I get on offense, and we'll try to get through this quarter as quickly as possible. So we have won the division. That's 4 straight, and there's an offsides there. If I'm not mistaken. We've been to the conference title game every season, haven't we? I think we have, yeah. We just didn't win it that first time. So we went to the conference title game 4 straight years. We won it the last 3. I say that's pretty successful. We have become the top of the class in this conference. We have set the standard for MAC football. Maction. That was a good hit there. So now that is what? 2nd and 8. We'll just stay in quarters. Got the top defense in the country, but it is kind of skewed since we play on 5-minute quarters. But still, well, I mean, we've done our part. For the most part, we've had a couple of hiccups in some games where we would just give up 30-plus points, but good throw there. I mean, that's good play design. That was on me. I'm taking credit on this one. Is this a stick concept? So you pretty much have a little stick right there. You got the swing, and you got this. Just a little triangle read right here. It's just very hard to defend, especially if you're going zone. But I had to defend this guy. So good job on their part. 1st and 10. So what we can do, let's go like basic cover 2 man. So McCutcheon's just out for a quarter. That's good. He don't need to be playing anyways. I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to control a free safety. Nope, they're going to run the ball. Fumble. Somebody get it. It doesn't matter what score it is. Anytime there's a fumble, people get excited. Let's go. Let's do cover. Let's go back to quarters. I'm going to do this. We're going to do spread out again. Oh, that was my fault. I ran away from him. Wasn't expecting him to throw cross-body there. So it's 3rd and 3. They're going goal line. I'm expecting like a pass play, so we're going to go man lock. We're going to shift everybody over just in case they run to the strong side. Play action. Good call. It's got to make the stop. That didn't happen there. I'm going to get a first down. Now, I'm going to go cover 0. Let's see if we can make him throw it quick. Get everybody down. We got blitzers on the right side, so I'm not worried about him running off tackle. Ah, good catch. Just a one-on-one situation there. So they have scored. They will probably do some onside kicks. But we're going to try to get the ball back and just try to see if we can run some clock. Two impact quarterbacks. So we've seen some interesting impact player combos on some of these teams. A fullback and a kicker, 2 quarterbacks, 2 wide receivers. Thankfully, ours has been pretty normal. We've had Gardner, we've had either Jackson or Williams, and Butler's been our defensive impact guy all year. Just get a bounce, get out of bounds, get the flag. That's why I call that play in that situation. Just easy. So 1st and 10. Let's do some triple while I'm here. Let me work on some of it. Do they still have their first string in there? They do. Ooh, hard shade there. I'm going to go to the right. Bring him like this. I forgot this is my B-back, so hopefully it doesn't fumble it. I got them switched because I used that sub package. 2nd and 5. Let's just go basic tackle here. We stayed in bounds so I can run a little clock. Let me just look where their strength is at. Let's go to the right. Normally I want to go to the strong side of the field, but let's go to the right. That's where their weakness is at. Get it down to a few seconds and we'll snap it. Just get a block or 2, just something like that. First down, Rich, and he's a senior, and that's one thing I didn't talk about. This is senior day. We'll quickly go through this. So Jackson, this is his final game as an Akron Zip. Cool to see he's been great for us. Gardner, maybe his last one. Newell's just a junior. Let's see, wide receiver. This is Williams' last home game. Johnny Long, this is his last home game as well. And the reason why I've been playing Coleman over everybody, over Long at the Z spot, because he's humongous. I need that deep ball threat, but if he ain't going to make catches, then what do you do? But he did make that killer catch in that last game, so I can't blame him, for too much. But let me just look at some other seniors really quickly, and I may cover this at the end of the season. But right guard's a senior. Defense, Grant's a senior. Defensive tackle, no. We're all really young at linebacker. Walker, this is his last home game. And forgive me for not doing this at the beginning of the video. But strong safety, let me go here. Nope. Kicker, nope. And nope. So we had a handful of seniors that are starting for us. I'm sure we got some backups that are seniors too. Let's just stay here and go power. Keep that clock going. We have some humongous tackles. Like, look how big this tackle is compared to that guard. Like, it's just night and day. We've had some bad luck at the guard front in this dynasty, just in terms of finding the guys we really need. Tackle, we've had no issues. We've had some really good luck at tackle. Yeah, there we go. Get out. There we go. Go, Newell. Let him shine a little bit. I'm going to go here. We're going to do the double halfback option. Actually, I'm going to do toss. This gives me a chance to work on some things I normally call. See, look at my little right guard and right. He is tiny. So we're going to let Rich handle this one. I'd love to run out the rest of the clock. So I'm okay if we don't get a first down here, but we stay in bounds. Fingers crossed. Hopefully we'll get that commitment from that guard today. Get a block right there. You got to be patient on those blocks. But good play, everybody. First down. Nice. The toss worked. I fixed it. I made it better. It's still not perfect, but it still does an okay job if the blocking's good. So we can do another toss. Let's do it from wide this time. And this may not work as well because these corners are going to be shading outside of our tight ends. But we can try it. We just got to, again, be patient with the blocking. So we're going to go to the left. Let this clock roll a little bit. And then we may try to toss again, or I might go to counter. I don't call counter a whole lot. Just get a block there. Nope, just good defense. Nowhere to go on that one. 2nd and 15. We may go here, go power option. It is 2nd down, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it's 2nd and 15. Just a bad play. So this is actually good for us. We get to run even more clock. It's going to take one more first down to end it, though. But we'll see if Lance Fine can handle this play. Get a block, just cut up field. I'm just going to keep, I'll get a little jump there. Now it's 3rd and 5. That's manageable. He's about to pass out. Let's go back to off tackle. Let's go to their weakness. They still got their first string out there, which is crazy. I'm going to go to the right. All their weaker players are on that side, so let's go to the right. We'll let Long. Oh, we got Longer wide receiver out there, so we're running out of A-backs. So is Wilson. That's interesting. So hopefully Long doesn't fumble this, but you're going to see a wide receiver run the ball right here. Wasn't the one I was expecting, but that's what's going to happen. Let's get a... there we go. First down. Now we can take a knee the rest of the way. I'm not going to be like Miami and score at the last second like they done on us 2 seasons ago, and we made them pay for it. Let's go QB kneel, the victory formation, and we'll snap it once, and that should do it. Great win, 49-17. Pretty much complete domination from the first quarter on. Once they threw a couple of those picks in the first quarter, it was all she wrote. And you could tell after the first few drives, they just could not stop our offense whatsoever. Not really close. I don't think we had many 3rd down tries today. We're going to check that here shortly. All right, end of the game, 49-17. A great way to send out our seniors on senior day. Undefeated at home this year. Just a great culmination of what we've tried to accomplish this entire dynasty. Really cool to see. So let's back out of here. Speed this up and we'll look at some stats. This campus challenge may take a little bit. We've done a lot of wild things. So let's go to stats. So let's look here. 49-17. We had way more first downs than they did, but as expected. So 506 to their 299. Then you go to, of course, we ran a lot of clock in that 4th quarter. You go to rushing. They didn't do any. We done plenty. 458 yards rushing. We went 3 for 4 on passing, 48 yards there. We got 1 sack on them. Both teams done a good job on 3rd down, but 80%. If you're going 80% on your 3rd downs, you're doing pretty good. But it was only 4 or 5. We only had 5 3rd down attempts, and probably 2 of those was on that last drive with our 2nd string. 4th down, we had 1, and we converted it, thankfully. But then you go to... both teams done good on red zone situations, but they had the 2 turnovers, and that was the biggest reason why we beat them. Besides, we had the best player in the country. But here's Jackson. Had a great day coming back off his injury, 3 for 4, 48 yards. But it was Gardner, 344 yards rushing. He only had 5 touchdowns. Not bad for 3 quarters. Newell done good. Rich, Jackson, Harrell. Everybody and their brother got to run the ball. Look at all these runners today. Pretty cool. You go to receiving. Williams, he done the low, but not a whole lot happened in the passing game today. You go to defense. Cade, Butler, and Long. 3 apiece. Not one guy really got a ton of tackles. Everybody shared the wealth on the defensive front. You go to tackles for loss. Tereshinsky, Lucas, and Grant. We did get 1 sack by Grant. That was by me late in the game. And we did pick up a couple of interceptions in the first half by Cade and Tate. All right. Let's get out of here. We'll sim the week. We'll see. We'll get that commitment. Then we'll look at a few other things. I'm going to go here and sim it. Fingers crossed. I want to get that kid. We can solidify that. Then we can dump the rest of our points on the defensive end. While we're here, I'm going to check our schedule real quick. We got 3 more games left of the regular season. And there we go. There's the guard. Derek McLaurin, he finally committed to us. Good to see that. But see what we got left. So we got Toledo coming up. So 3 straight away games. Toledo, Ohio, and Kent State. But look at Toledo, 5-2. Thankfully, even if we lose to this team, we're still going to go to the conference title game. But I have no plans on losing to them. So let's go to top 25 for the week. Of course, we beat Bowling Green. Maryland over Florida State. A&M got upset. Miami won. Then you go to South Carolina, Oregon State, Cal. Oklahoma won. Then you go to Washington State. Arizona State got upset. Then you have Louisville over Pitt. Penn State over Indiana. Then you got Virginia Tech, LSU over Auburn. That looked like a pretty fun game. Texas Tech, and then Ohio State over Purdue. Let's go to in-season recruiting. So we're down to one guy. Defensive end, we're going to dump all of our points in him. He's the only one we got left to go after. So we've done a good job getting commitments from the 4 guys we went after the entire regular season. You go right here. We got a positive pitch. That really helps because we're out of home games for him to visit. So he's going to visit a bye game whenever the first one comes up and just hope for the best here. But we're dumping all of our points on him. That should help. So let's back out of here. Sports Illustrated. We got some awards to look at. That should be interesting. So let's go to bowl rankings first. Michigan, Florida, Cal, Georgia, Oklahoma, so on and so forth. And look at there. We're 9th in the country with 4 games left technically. We got the 3 regular season games in the conference title game. If we can just slowly get up here week by week, we're going to sneak into a BCS bowl game of some sort. We're probably not going to get up here. That'd be cool if we could get the title game. I don't think that's going to happen. But either way, let's go to Heisman Watch. Top 25 polls don't matter now. There we go. Brandon Gardner, 36 total touchdowns, almost 2,300 yards total offense. He's destroying everything. And Graham Harrell is having an incredible season. Like they still got 3 or 4 games left. He's already got 41 touchdowns. But the reason why he's not number 1 because our guy is putting up just historical numbers at the halfback position. Pretty cool. You go to award semifinals. All right, this is the first time we've got to see this. So Maxwell Award. Gardner is at the top of the spot there. Let's keep going. See if we got anybody else. No. The Big Nerick Award. Best defensive player. I don't think we have anybody on here. Quarterback. Jackson will not be on here. Walker. That's obvious. Gardner will win this one. No offense to some of these other guys, but you can combine these 3 guys' stats, and it still ain't going to compete with this guy. Just insane. You go to wide receiver. This will definitely not have anybody from our team on there. Nobody at tight end, but I'm going to check it. You go to offensive line. I don't think we have anybody with enough pancakes. Center, same thing. I don't expect it. Ooh, look at that. I was wrong. Thomas McNeil is on the list. He was on it last season. He didn't finish in the top 3 or anything, but it's cool to see him on there. You go to the Lombardi Award. I don't think we'll have anybody here. Linebacker, I doubt it. Thorpe, Rogers? Nope. Groza, we don't kick enough field goals. We don't punt enough to get this award. Return, we haven't returned enough. But we are up for the Best Coach Award. Somehow the Louisiana Monroe coach is ahead of us. I think we'll sneak past him as long as we continue to stay undefeated. I actually need to look at records, but we're going to do this as soon as I get through this part. Let's go to Players of the Week. We'll select that. So Gardner, obvious. National Player of the Week on offense, 344 yards, 5 touchdowns. An outside linebacker for Nevada had a really good game. If you go over to the conference side of things, strong safety, Jason Cade wins Defensive Player of the Week. Good for him. 3 tackles, an interception, and that was the pick 6. So let's go to conference standings, and let's go over to our division. So we've won our division. Well, I take that back. Technically, we haven't. We still got 3 games left. If we lose a couple of them, Bowling Green will go ahead of us. But I'm just saying, it really helped that we beat Bowling Green. But let's check out our team info screen. Injuries, none. First time all season we haven't had anybody injured. You go to Jackson, Gardner, Williams. That's been consistent all year. Then you got Garcia, who's still leading in tackles. This blows my mind. This guy's not even playing a whole lot. He's only been backing up. He had to start a few games, but he's still leading in tackles, but he is on special teams, so I don't need to forget that. Then you got Grant and Rogers. Now, we're going to take on Toledo. You look over to the west. It's Ball State and Toledo. I kind of hope Ball State wins that division. I think that'd be pretty neat. Ball State never wins much of anything. But let's look at Toledo. They got a defensive tackle out. Their quarterback's putting up decent numbers. Looks like they got a running back putting up really good numbers, a good receiver doing well, and a bunch of random dudes on defense doing their thing. So they are the better team of the 2. But it would be really cool to see this team. And look at this. Their quarterback is having just as many interceptions as touchdowns, yet they're just winning ball games. That's pretty neat. So we have done with that. I want to go look at records. Where is that at? It should be my NCAA record book. Let's go to, is it Dynasty records? But let's just go to single game records. And the biggest thing is Gardner on the running. It's just the rushing stuff. Let's go to team, individual. Okay, so it's all here. So longest run, Gardner's won that one. Of course, this is my profile. So you got to take that into account. But here's some other dudes that have done things over during my account. You see some of these from last year, some of these random dudes and whatnot. But I want to go to rushing yards. So I was 2 yards off from getting LaDainian Tomlinson's record. Somebody mentioned that in the comments. We were that close, but I don't know if I can get that. I'm not going to try to force it, but that's how close we were. Do we have anything else? Not for the individual. For team, I'm not too worried about that. I want to go to school records. You go over to rushing. Gardner, across the board. Really cool to see him do a lot of this. That's just awesome to see that. But I want to go to Dynasty records. Individual season. Rushing yards. Can I get that? I think I can get Barry Sanders' record. Can I get the rushing touchdown record? I think I can do that. The rest of these, not so much. What about career? Let's look here. Rushing yards. I don't know how far off Gardner is from that. It's almost 6,400 yards. That is Ron Dane. Rushing touchdowns, he's got it. That's cool to see. But that's about all I can see there. Coaching career, I don't know if I can ever beat any of those. I'm not staying with one file long enough for that to matter. So we saw some of that. So what I want to do is go back and go to rosters really quick. I'm just going to check Gardner. If I can get to him. Let's look at his total. 5,600 yards. So we are 800 or so yards off from the all-time rushing record. We can get that in 2 or 3 more games. So I'm pretty sure he's going to beat everything, and he's going to do it all in 3 seasons. So just how magical is that going to be when he can just get all of that, if he can just stay healthy? All right, so we got coming up next, Toledo, another big game. Arguably the 2 best teams in the conference. They have given us more trouble than anybody else in the conference outside of like Northern Illinois. But they were the lone team that won the conference title in this dynasty. We've won the rest of them. But you look at their stats, they do a pretty good job at everything. There's a solid team across the board, same amount of talent. Should be a lot of fun, and it's on the road. We haven't played at Toledo in any part of this dynasty, so that should be pretty cool to see. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.